in the Euryphysics and some of my other blog posts. So quantum algebra modeling classical phenomena is an interesting area of scientific inquiry. If you put it together with the possible role of quantum theory in modeling consciousness, the possible role of quantum theory as an avenue for Eurycosmic morphic resonance to come in and poke our universe. In this context, the potential quantumness of digital computers is interesting. Quantum theory, maybe the logic an observer must apply to model things it in principle can observe, whether the unobservability is due to being too small or too big, and this may give the route by which quantum theory and quantum phenomena, and maybe some post-quantum phenomena, pervade the really big digital computer AIs we will create in the future. So, can digital computers be conscious? Can they be psychic? Well, we don't know, but maybe they can be with respect to a certain observer, if they're sufficiently more complex than that observer. So you can see why I became an AI guy and a philosopher and a mathematician, even a bit of a musician, but not a visual artist. I hate making diagrams. But anyway, I made one here. We've got the physical universe, we've got the Eurycosm, we've got the part of a person in this universe and the part of a person in the Eurycosm, and part of a robot in the Eurycosm also. And we've got connections in the Eurycosm that may come back and influence things in the physical universe, and we have morphic resonance between similar structures in the Eurycosm and in the physical universe, even if those similar structures also have differences, like the differences between nonlinear feedback loops in recurrent neural networks or OpenCog systems and non-foundational recurrences involved with consciousness in the hypercomputational Eurycosm. And psychic powers may involve this type of resonant correlation between physical universe entities and their Eurycosmic correlates. So this is weird shit. I promised you some weird shit. But I do think in a sense it's scientific. But to really explore this scientifically, we may need to expand our notion of science, but that's not so far out there. Science has expanded its scope many, many times so far. When I think of a second-person science, is a way of investigating some of these phenomena at the border between the objective and the subjective, by directly connecting the brains of multiple scientists. So, think about how science works. The key of it is you've got a community of people, and we all agree on certain data as being valid and worthy of exploration, and then we work together to find mutually agreeable explanations of that data. The issue with applying science to experiential consciousness is it's not shared data. I have mine, and I can't share it with others in a repeatable and compelling way. We can have subjective second-person experiences. I've shared deep, meaningful, conscious moments with my children, with lovers, with friends, but this sharing of conscious experience is not repeatable enough to be part of the realm of science. But what if we could wire our brains into each other's brains? What if I could wire my brain into an OpenCog system running on my laptop? Then we could have repeatable second-person experience. Then my state of consciousness could become direct experience to someone who made a big wire into my head, or hopefully some sort of wireless connection that doesn't involve cutting my head open. Now, suppose I had connected my brain to some other guy's brain so we could feel each other's conscious experience. A third guy could then tap into that wire and he could feel us feeling each other's experience. There's going to be complexities, but the bottom line is direct brain-to-brain interfacing, brain-to-computer interfacing, that can enable states of consciousness, conscious experiences to become real, direct, scientific data, but a different kind than we have now. Not tables of numbers, but experiences of each other that we can tap into. And, we can then tweak our brains and tweak the computer systems and bioengineered systems that we're interfacing with, and not only observe their physical reaction, but sense their reaction with our direct conscious experience as we manipulate them. We can take our AI program, we can insert a quantum processing unit into the computer on which the AI program is running, and by wiring our brain into that computer, we can then feel the extent to which that computer's consciousness was affected by the addition of the quantum processing unit. I mean, that's interesting. It's a way to bring some of these wacky ideas into the domain of science. If indeed human brains and/or digital computers have access to hypercomputable oracles, even if we can't write them down on a piece of paper, if I wire my brain into your brain or into a computer's memory and registers, we can have a shared experience of accessing the same hypercomputable oracle and know that we're having that shared experience. Very interesting.